Alright, so in this video I'm going to be focusing on calculating the minor segment areas. So that's just basically the shaded parts are smaller, not the big areas, just the small ones. So I'm going to need to know a few different formulas. I'm going to need to know not only the area of the sector, but I'm also going to need to know the area of the triangle as well and just subtract it. So you can see, let me just put this in perspective. All I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to find this red section here. So that's my sector. So I need to find that area. So we've done that before. But not only that, but I'm also going to need to find the area of this triangle here. There. Because if I subtract it, I'll be left with this lovely thing, the one in green. So that's actually quite useful for us. So we have done a video on actually how to find that red section or finding a sector. I haven't quite done the triangle, but there are a few videos on trying to find the area of a triangle on my channel. So go check that out. But I'm just going to put those two together, and I did do a brief intro to those formulas in that first video of the series, so go check it out. But let's do it. So I'm going to find that red area first. I'm going to write it out in red because it only makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually write in the area of that red area. So it's basically theta over 360 times by the area of a circle. So after that, I'm going to put in my angle and my radius. My radius in this case is 12. And I'm going to find that by putting in my calculator. There we go. So I'm not doing the exact value for this one, but for the next example, I'm actually going to do it. So you have to find the exact value. Okay, so this is 140.74 centimeters. There we go. All right, so let's do the next one. So let's do that blue section there. So I'm going to have to find the area of a triangle. And the area of a triangle is half AB sine C, but we also told, we were told that it's also the same as radius squared. So this side and this side are both R. Okay, that's our AB, and our included angle is 112 centimeters. Okay, so let's put it in. So half times 12 squared times by sine 112. I'm going to find that now. Times 112. So that comes to 66.757. So approximately something like that. All right, so what I'm going to do now is that should be squared, isn't it? I'm going to subtract them now. So I'm going to write that in green. So I'm going to do 140.74, take away 66.76. I'm just going to round it. So I'm going to do 140.74. I take away 66.76, and so that's going to come into being 73.98 centimeters squared. There we go. So you might have, I'm going to just quickly highlight it so you don't get confused with the actual answer. But you can see I've just rounded every single step. Preferably, you shouldn't do that, but I mean, if you do, it's still not wrong. So your answer might be slightly off to mine, so it might be higher or lower. All right. Okay, so in this last one, we're going to basically do the exact same thing as we just did for the last one, but we're going to leave our answer as an exact value. So we're not going to get a decimal number at all. Okay, so I'm going to use the same colors again. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the outside, so including the arc. So we're finding the sector, that portion of it. Then what we're going to do is that we're going to find the area of this triangle here. So using our area of a triangle formula. And then we're going to subtract them to get this green area. All right, so I'm going to use the same corresponding colors. Okay, so for the red section, I'm going to do 135 divided by 360. So my angle divided by 360, so 360 degrees in a circle, 135 is the angle I've been given. Multiplying it by our area of a circle formula, which is pi r squared. I'm going to simplify this down now. So I've got 135 divided by 360 times by 36 pi. So I'm going to actually cancel this out. It's going to become once. This can go into it 10 times. So I'm going to basically now see that this 10 and this 135 can actually be divided by 5. So that would simplify to be 27 over 2 pi. And because I can't break it down any further, I'm just going to leave it for now. So the next one, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to find that triangle. So my half r squared sine theta. So the reason for r squared is because both of these include sides are the same, and the angle is just theta. So I'm going to do half times 6 squared multiplied by sine 135. So half times by 36 times by the sine 135. So remember that we're doing our exact values, and this is where that table comes in. So we looked at that table a few videos ago, so go have check that one out. But you might be like, well, I can't find sine 135. That wasn't in our table. We can't do that. But if you recall, we can actually do this thing where sine 135 is the same as sine 180 take away 135. So they're the same thing. So if you put into your calculator, they're basically the same. So I'm going to use that knowledge, and I'm going to be like, okay, well, what's 180 take 135? That's sine 45. Okay, so I can do that 100%. I know that's in my table. So I'm going to do 36 divided by 2. So that's going to be 18. And my sine 45, in my knowledge, is that's just going to be 1 over root 2. I'll put my equal signs there. So 18 over root 2 is not rationalized. I want it to be rationalized. I don't want the surd on the bottom. I want it on the top. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by the same thing. So that becomes 18 root 2 divided by, remember, root 2 times by root 2 just gives me 2. I'm going to cancel it out. This is going to be 9. So I'm going to have 9 root 2. All right. We're at the home stretch here. We can do this. What we're going to do is we're going to subtract those numbers. So I've got 27 over 2 pi, take away 9 root 2. So this involves a little bit of kind of rearranging, just basic math knowledge. So just keep an eye out if you're not sure. I need these to both be divided by 2. So remember, for fractions, you need the same denominator. So if I'm going to need this divide by 2, right, I'm going to need times the, kind of have to do the same for the top. So it's going to become, so 27 divided by 2 pi, take 9, oops, that's actually, there we go, divided by 2. So that means I'm going to have to times the 2 on top. So if I'm going to make it divided by 2, for those who don't understand, for that to equal the same thing, I'm actually going to have to times the top by 2. Okay, so that's the same as timesing it 2 over 2. Remember, we've done this before for rationalizing our surd here. It's the exact same idea. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to have 18 root 2. So now they're the same, I'm going to basically find what they have in common. I'm going to factorize. So find the highest common factor. So you might notice that this 27, 18, they have a 9 in common. So I'm going to actually take that out. So I'm going to have a 9 over 2 because they both also have 2 in common. And then I'm going to find what's left over. So 9 3s are 27, so it's going to be left with 3 pi. And I'm going to take away, so 9 times 2 is 18, so 2 root 2. There we go. And that's actually going to be our final answer. So because we can't simplify anymore, that's my final answer. I'm going to highlight it and everything. Beautiful. All right. So thanks for watching this quick series of videos. Hope you like them. Please like and subscribe if you're interested, and leave a comment if you have any other feedback for me. Thanks very much. See you.